Welcome to our Rolemaster actual play session. Twilight of the Old Order and Ain't No Place for a Hero are two campaigns, currently co-joined, set in the World of Duranarki, the continent of men. The game system used in our game is Rolemaster Classic, with a liberal inclusion of home rules. We hope you enjoy our story. And, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 86 of Twilight of the Old Order, and episode 64 of Ain't No Place for a Hero. The two parties are on a desperate quest to recover two more arcane lodestones, which they hope will lead to their escape from the strange, multi-dimensional place known as the In-Between. We pick up the story mid-combat with a horde of undead skeleton creatures. Karios has just taken a spear to the knee and is on the ground after some great icebolting, and Demos is distracted. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance, and we hope you enjoy our story this session. So, as you can see on screen, we have quite a collection of characters with these two co-joined games, and we're going to quickly zip through for our viewers' benefit and very, very quickly introduce the characters and who's playing them. So, Pete, we're going to start off with you tonight. Who are you playing, please?
Well, kia ora. I'll be playing three characters. The first one is Leif. He's a very friendly half-elf warrior mage. He's part of the hero party and just a nice guy who likes to get on with everyone, but he also likes a bit of magic and a little bit of sword work. The next character I'm playing is also in the hero party. Her name is Mithan, and she's not friendly. She's a ranger. She's got some very useful spells, but she particularly likes to use her bow. Mm-hmm. And the third character I'm playing is in the Twilight party, and this is Nicholas. He's a mentalist spell user, and he's got a few spells that are useful, but he pretty much keeps to the background.
Harmless, totally harmless. Excellent, thanks, Pete. I'm going to call on Aiden, please.
My name's Aiden, and I play Grey. He's the handsome half-elf. He's also part of the Twilight party. He has an affinity with animals and also with swinging an axe, which he's very skilled at. He's a beastmaster, but he also has some other ability with other magics as well. And he's quite softly spoken for such a large man.
Excellent, thank you very much. Can we please go to Alex?
Kia ora. I'm playing my character Karios. She is a human. She is a magic user, a weather mage, particularly fond of ice bolts and ice walls, quite childlike, and she has, a familiar, can we say a familiar? A wee kitten, Victory. Tonight I am playing Mason's character Demos. He is quite a big guy. He's mixed man. He is quite sweet and kind, but he is a man of few words, very handsome, a bit exotic looking, bit of a hit with the ladies, and he is a fighter with his spear, if I'm correct.
Marvellous. Thank you very much. I'm going to call on Stara next.
Hi, so I'm playing Jada. She's super tall, very quiet and polite, hardly talks if there's a male around. He's often praying, and she fights with a quarterstaff. Right? Yes.
Excellent.
Quarterstaff.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you very much. Anthony.
Right, kia ora all. I'm playing Escallion. GM's bringing that, but Escal for short. Tall, athletic built, half elf, and he's a warrior mage, applying his trade that way, and his favourite weapon is his cutlass.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. And last but by no means least, Bram.
So I'm playing a chap called Severin Kydegard. If he's in the Twilight Party, he is a swordsman. He is a Northman. He's blonde and blue-eyed and built like a brick shithouse, and he's a pretty much typical alpha male, just with a little added dab of sensitivity about him. He's a resilient chap, naturally charming, honest, likable.
Excellent.
Spent this whole life perfecting the art of the sword. Meanwhile, in the same Twilight Party, Tanya Anastasia, who is a hunter. She is a wood elf, and she is a graceful figure. Somewhat reserved, however, watchful, and some would call aloof. She is quite sarcastic, but has very, behind under that, sort of quite a good upbringing. She came from a rich background. She's fallen on hard times. She's very refined. She is pretty handy with a bow. Turning to the hero party, we have Nyathanal Sherakir. She's a unassuming, neatly dressed type, high elf. She can be engaging, good company, if a little intense. She seems affable, quite intelligent, but there's something not quite right about her if you spend a bit of time in her company. Underneath that lies a darker soul, and she mixes stealth, magic, unarms, and occasionally conducts herself in dubious enterprises.
Excellent.
Lastly, Etienne Gilderflower, the Rose. He is a half-elf, and he is something called a genitrist, which is a type of paladin. He worships Aphrodite, and she's very much, his deity is very much front and center of his life. He believes he's on a calling. He believes she communicates with him and is sending him, guiding him on this earthly plane. He is strikingly beautiful. He very charming, very curious, and adheres to a very strict sense of principles, championing joy, beauty, free thinking, and so forth, rails against oppression and censorship, and is enthusiastically embraced life in all its forms, and as part of his beliefs, often partakes in excess of alcohol and drugs and sex.
Okay. He's also missing a hand currently.
Yes, there is that.
There is indeed that. Excellent. Well met all. 2 separate parties, 2 separate games with 6 characters in each, co-joined because the story has indeed taken these 2 groups of adventurers into a situation where they are together. So a lot of names to get your head around, but well met everybody, well introduced, and if everybody's ready, let's start the game. All right, so a really quick, reasonably quick zip through for me. It's been 3 weeks since we played, it's Christmas in between. Where things have got to, after quite some discussion, characters decided that knowing certainty, or as certain as you can, what's behind you is a better idea. Rather than heading on further into this complex, and you've elected to attack and slay the skeletons, which were in this room here. This room here. How you decided to do so? You laid a cunning trap. Some archers, notably Mithan, and Tanya in this room with bows ready, while others, fighter types, Severin, Karios, Etienne, Grey, Askell, and Leif, and Demos is over here. We'll come to Demos in a second. Surrounded this door. Neathanel had either fly cast upon her or flew herself, and she flew through this room, across this yawning pit that's here. This is the pit that Askell unfortunately got to know quite well a couple of sessions ago, and flew round to this door. But not before she firstly put a torch here. You can see the torch there, and a torch in this middle room. She threw open the door after picking it, and with goodness knows what horrible undead creatures on her heels, she flew, and she managed to make her spell flying roll successfully back across the pit, and then back to safety, or comparative safety, in this room. And the two archers were able to launch some bowfire and indeed take down several foes which are in through here. At the same time, Nicholas and his accursed, shake my fist on screen, can we see it on screen? Accursed Whispling. The Whispling spell is a very small, we can see on camera, very small, that kind of size, little ball of energy that Nicholas can cast the spell. This little ball of energy can move around, and Nicholas, if he concentrates, can actually see through this little ball of energy and can also attack with it. Nicholas duly sent this thing into this room and is using it almost as like a drone, a reconnaissance thing, and has also attacked several of the skeleton creatures in through here. Back through here, thanks to some good work from, I think it was Grey, who cast a spell, a weakening spell on this door, the very door that he had jammed sometime later. The door was able to be broken in because it was so well jammed by Grey, and this whole horde of horrible skeleton undead things came out. And I'll just share a few images actually, just to remind you exactly what you were facing. It has been a wee while, so let's refresh your memories. Coming. Oh yes, it's coming. Yeah, like that, like that. Hideous things, absolutely hideous. Bang, hopefully you should see those coming into chat any second now. There we go. So a whole horde of these came rushing out with a variety of weapons. Karios, your weather mage, blasted with an ice bolt, or a couple of ice bolts, in pretty rapid succession. In fact, directly one after the other. First one, and then a second of these things, and several others were, and a couple of others were slain by Severin and others. Either 3 or 4 of these horrible things have collapsed on the ground. Grey, however, was knocked back. He is largely uninjured, but he took a blow and kind of stumbled back a bit. However, at the very end of last game, one of these creatures stepped out of this door here, armed with a spear, and effectively ducked under Leif's blow, took a mild hit from Leif, and reached out with its spear and stuck it very firmly into Karios' knee. Karios has collapsed in agony and is on the ground here at -90 to everything you do, Karios. You're stunned and able to parry for 2 rounds, and you're on the ground for 3. So Karios is in trouble. Severin very promptly slew that thing. However, it's now gone. The other last thing that happened was you all heard this strange noise from around the corner. Demos went to investigate. You heard some yelling or screaming in some strange language that you didn't understand, And then Demos, for anybody that was watching, lashes out with his spear, and there's a thump, and then that's the end of whatever that was. So you're unsure exactly what happened. So that's where we have it. Some characters here with bows. Unfortunately, no targets on the other room. And then no immediate targets in this room here. Just to refresh, Demos here, Leif here, Askell here, Grey, Karios on the ground, Severin, and Etienne. Niathanal, Afsun, the strange astral traveler that you met in this very bizarre place known as the In-Between. Nicholas, Mithan, Tanya, and finally Jada. Have I missed anything, guys, in terms of a recap? Any questions on that? Going once. Going twice. Done. So we are off. The machine is going to roll initiative for you on round 1, and we're off to the races. And first to act is Jada. Jada, just
Okay,
to...
so I'm... Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just because... No, you weren't here for last session. Tanya had taken an arrow in the leg.
Yes.
Are you aware of that? Okay, cool. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to work on Tanya. Can I do something at the same time? Can I try and heal bleeding and hypnotize?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
hypnotize.
Yeah. Sorry, no.
Okay, I shall heal the bleeding then.
Okay.
No hypnotizing.
What are you doing with the bleeding?
So we've got... where is it? Okay, Blood Mastery
Mm-hmm.
and Vein Repair, which is repair a damaged vein. Recovery time is 1 to 10 days.
Okay. Just some...
I believe you've done some initially. Certainly, you've done some assertion of what was wrong. Was that not correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Arrow in the leg. I think, is the arrow still in the leg?
No, I mean you'd done a sort of. You'd spent a round figuring out exactly what was wrong.
What it
rather than
was.
just being an arrow in the leg, and i.e. how to fix it. If you see what I mean.
Correct.
Yeah, I think it was. It didn't need a super diagnosis. You could see what was happening from memory.
Yes. So what Jada's figured out is probably the best thing to do is to stop the bleeding, something that would close the wound, flow stop, something like that.
Oh, flow stop. I saw that just a second ago. Okay, flow stoppage allows caster to reduce a target's blood loss by 3 hits.
Mhm.
Round. Target cannot be moved or bleeding will resume. Okay, so we're all in a safe place. I'll use flow stoppage if we don't need to run anywhere.
Go for it.
Remind me what I do again?
Yep, sure. You type in exclamation mark.
Oh yeah. I've got to hang on. I think I saved that somewhere on. I did, on a sticky note.
Excellent.
Okay, so here we go. Will we save Tanya? Yes!
With a roll like that,
86.
for sure. Nice!
She's feeling better than ever.
Tanya, Jada, do you want to describe what happens?
Well, trying to show everyone what I do, because I'm that sort of a religious person. So everyone's gathered around watching, and I'm waving my hands in the air and sprinkling things on the wound, and then I lay my hands, pull them away, and it miraculously closes up.
Excellent. There we go.
Thanks, Jada.
But that's no problem. Hypnotize you later.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm not sure I like the sound of that, but anyway.
Nice one.
Join the church.
Join the
church.
Nice one. Thanks, Jada. How many times has Jada saved the party? Niathanal is next.
Well, there's not much doing in this room. I mean, other than watching Jada, which is no bad thing. So if Nyathal would just like to just check the coast is clear, i.e. to her right.
Mhm.
Check there's no figures in the doorway with projectile weapons. And then that being the case, she will slip into the next room.
Into
Not that way, the other way.
here. Okay. There's certainly no one in here with projectile weapons. Yep, sure. So she.
No. I mean, there's no projectile weapons coming through the archway over the pit, and if there isn't, she will move in the opposite direction into the room.
Can't be seen from that direction anyway. She's clear.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool.
So she moves in here.
Yes, please. And I guess we'll move round. Round to where next to Etienne and assess what's going on.
Sure.
Do a bit of a perception.
Sure. Excellent. Just 1 second. Despite me doing this before. Oh, it is on auto res. Okay. So she comes over here and does what?
Just perceives what's going on.
Okay. Give me a roll. Two. This is masked. So.
Thank God.
Yeah. Okay. What's your perception, please?
Well, good. It is plus 68.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, she has a pretty good look around. She sees, right in front of her is Karios, her friend Karios, in inverted commas. Karios, with, basically not quite a spear sticking out of her knee, but because the spear was retracted, but Karios on the ground, clearly in a lot of pain. Severin sword in hand, Leif sword in hand, Askell kind of hovering at the back with his cutlass, Grey kind of stepping up after being a bit injured, Etienne off to one side, and Demos doing something around the corner. She's probably got another, I'm going to call it another 60%.
In that case, I think she'll probably try and assist Karios and take her to Jada.
Okay. So just, grab her and start moving her?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if she's able to hobble with her with her arm over the shoulder, great. If she's not, she'll, I guess, drag her as carefully as she can.
Karios is, it's happened seconds ago that this happened. Karios is really just in utter shock and pain and really isn't able to do much. So at the moment, it's a case of dragging, I'm afraid. But yes, you reach down and you start kind of slowly pulling Karios this way. You don't make a lot of ground, but you get to about here. Kind of pull her over this quite horrible pool you now know quite well, with this kind of reddish stain in it, by the way. Cool. That's the end of Nathaniel. Next up is Leif.
Cool. So, I don't recall, is there an enemy in front of him?
There is not. Severin, at the very end of last session, or a second or two ago, the one that had stuck Karios in the leg with a spear, Severin demolished with a sword. There's no enemy.
Leif is going to do an opportunity action. He is going to parry 20 and attack 80 of anything that's any attack that he's got. He can. Just a reminder that he's got the plus 10 spell on. Plus
Thanks.
10 to DB, plus 10 to OB.
Cool. Great. Karios, not much you can do. You could probably mutter a few words if you wish, but really, you're at negative 90. On top of, actually, you're on negative 140 currently because you're stunned, no parry as well. Do you say anything or, do anything?
Ouch.
Say again.
And ouch.
Yep.
And am I actively bleeding?
No.
Okay. I'll still put my hand over the entry point.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Great. So, Gray, you took a took a bit of a knock, but you've staggered back. You're the only one with a view straight into this room, and not that anybody else can see this currently, but you see some horrible shape right in front of you that's moving fast. What do you do towards you?
I guess he would kind of get into a defensive kind of position and with his shield, and if he has the ability to, he'd say something's coming there.
3 words, sure. Cool. So basically stay where he is and let others know that something's coming through. Okay, done. Etienne, anything from you?
So Etienne, I think from memory, had just cast and it hadn't been successful.
Yep.
He's getting a little frustrated at his condition. He would like to take up his sword and move forward. He's seen, obviously, Karios retreat.
Yep.
So he'll move forward and take position where she was, halt and prepare opportunity to thwack anything that comes through the door.
So it moves up to bullet here.
Alongside Severin. So yeah, leaving. Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Cool. Askell.
It's looking a little bit crowded there. I think I'll just remain defensive. I'm pretty sure last time I already had the shield up and cutlass out, so I'll just remain watch and shoot.
Cool. Done. Okay. Okay. Right. Guys, here a bit of kinda. Through from the other sides of that pit, that room. Afsun has backed herself up against this wall. She's picked up Victory and is holding on to Victory the cat. Victory seems to have taken a bit of a liking to Afsun and kind of has snuggled into Afsun's arms and seems quite happy about this situation. Next up is Nicholas.
Sorry, I just wanted to double check the positioning because I'm pretty sure Nicholas was in that back corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because he wanted to make sure there was room on either side of the door for.
Yeah, he might have been. Yep.
Cool. So he is going to. His whistling is active, I believe.
It is.
Yep. First, he'd like to report what he can see.
Mm-hmm.
He'll say out loud what he can see to other people because he's got eyes in the other room.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Give me a perception roll, please.
7.
7. It is masked.
Good.
Or bad.
Well, it's only chances are it's better than a 7 plus 33.
Sure. So he has seen. This guy was actually here, and he's seen this critter move at speed into this room. And these two here also beginning to move. That's about it.
So he's going to say, they're moving through to the other room.
Okay.
So, yeah, and he's sort of aiming that at Mithan and Tanya to let them know that they're not going to have a target. And then if he's still got enough action, he'd like to whispering to attack one of the ones moving through.
So perception is you didn't state it, so I took it to be a 30% action. So he's got 70% left.
Yep, he'd like to attack the one with the axe from behind, with the whispering.
Okay. This creature is aware because of the whisperling's existence. However, it has turned and is starting to head this way. Give me an attack roll, please.
74.
Nice.
And he's doing the grapple.
Which is how much, please?
90 small. 90 in a small grapple.
Got it. Okay. Go the old-fashioned method. Yep. 5 and an A, Pete.
Oh, that's foe. Which number, please?
Number. Hang on, let me just quickly do this. That is number 3.
Oh, 3. Cool. Roll the A.
Please.
Oh, 8.
8. Was it? Some reason my tables aren't working as they should. That's all right. 8. You do it a whopping 1 more hit point.
Okay. And this is the attack that if I've done a non-tiny crit, I also get an additional A crush.
Yeah, I've ruled that. Remember, if you remember, I said that's way too overpowered.
Okay, sure. Cool.
Yep, for a tiny little ball that yay big.
Yep.
Okay, that's Nicholas.
Done.
So yes, this thing that you've just nailed in the back, kind of shrugs, kind of brushes it off. It was a pretty minor attack, and indeed rushes through into this room. Mifan.
She is. I believe she had stepped to the side, so she wasn't visible in that
Yes.
doorway.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
So she can't see that there's nothing there, but she is listening to Nicholas.
Yep.
She would turn to him basically and say, "Have they gone?"
Okay.
And if he has an opportunity to respond, he'd say, "Yeah, they're going," basically, and then she would want to move through to the other room.
Okay. I'm happy with that. Where does she go?
So she's still got her bow and arrow because she's not changing weapons yet, but she would move through and perhaps stand. She'd probably have to move through and sort of orient, I suppose, as well. But she'd go to the back
Okay.
wall, I suppose.
Keep you there for the moment. Yep. Alrighty.
Oh, sorry. Right. Oh, yeah. Yes. On the steps. At the back wall. That's it. Perfect.
Cool. Done.
Cool. Thank you.
Next up, Demos. So, Demos, I'm not going to take you into a separate channel, for time purposes, but to refresh your memory, Demos, and actually, Alex, you may not have been here for this. So you'd all actually heard the following a few seconds ago. Hang on. Yeah. So a matter of, I don't know, literally last round, a few seconds ago, you all heard and then a crunch, and then a cry of pain, Demos, you've gone around the corner to investigate, and sitting on the ground, kind of rubbing his arm, is this person, in inverted commas, here. He comes up to kind of your mid chest. He's one of the little people. He's wearing just a shirt, and because he's wearing just a shirt, you can very clearly say he is a he for sure. Without even getting close to him, he reeks of ale, and he's holding a tankard in his hand. He's looking utterly bemused and terrified, and angry, if that's possible, kind of a combination of all of those emotions playing across his face. He yells something completely incomprehensible at Mithan, and kind of is in quite an aggressive pose, and he's kind of raising his tankard. And Demos, you've just elected you lash out with the butt of your spear, and you smack him right between the eyes. Demos rolled an amazing shot last time, smacks this guy right between the eyes, and he goes down unconscious. So, just as a quick heads up to others that may not be aware in this game, you can pull your punch, so you can pull your strike. You have a -20 to the roll, so you're basically making a much more precise and potentially non-lethal strike. So that's what Demos decided to do. He actually rolled a 91 on the critical, which would have been a killing crit, but in this situation, because he had said before he attacked that he was aiming to incapacitate rather than kill, he was able to just simply knock this person out. So just as a heads up, if you're ever in a fight with somebody and you don't want to kill them, you take a -20 to your roll, and you can modify the crit down to something that suits you. And this creature thing, man, whatever it is, collapses on the ground. Whomp! On the ground, the tankard falls out of his hand, and he's clearly not moving. Demos, what do you do?
I don't think Demos is in the mood to babysit little people at this exact moment. No weapon. I don't know. Would he help? No, I think he'd probably just leave him.
Okay. And do what?
To be honest, sorry. Show me where Demos is on the map.
Yep.
Can I jump in?
Oh.
Yeah! Yes, do, because I wasn't sure. Are we leaving the little people to be eaten, or?
I don't care.
Hello, Mason. Happy New Year.
Or yours?
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
No problem.
Hey, Nathan,
No problem.
yay!
Welcome. Good to have you. How was the break?
It was really nice, really wholesome. It was my first week back at work this week, and I just want to be back on holiday.
Not so wholesome. Excellent. Oh, look, well met. I won't on a public recording, but there's been some exciting news with some other party members, which we can maybe share offline. So some good exciting news. So you've joined in the perfect time. I don't know how much of that you heard, but I was just setting that up for Alex, who was about to decide. So what does Demos do?
I think he'd leave him. I jumped in about 10 minutes ago, and I was just listening to see what was going on. But
great, cool.
Leave the little man.
Yep.
And I guess just wander back over to where the party is, but like cautiously.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Done. Easy.
Cool. Thanks.
Next up is Tanya. Tanya, you took an arrow to the leg. There's an arrow not in your leg anymore, and the bleeding has stopped from your religious fundamentalist healer friend Jada. What do you do?
So am I feeling a lot better?
You're not bleeding. You're still at -10, however.
Right. And that's through the injury, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I thank Jada very much, and probably should see if there's anything she can do in the next room.
Okay. Cool. Tanya heads on through and places it's getting a bit crowded in here. Places herself where, please?
Well, I think if she noticed Nyathnal dragging in a body, she might call to Jada.
Okay.
And assist in that regard to get Jada, the body, into the other room, so Jada can.
So help bring Karios through.
Essentially, yeah, get her in there,
cool.
So Jada can have a look.
Sure thing. Cool. All right. It's the one disadvantage that you guys... Oh, no, you don't. If I jump off the map, you don't get to see it. I need to start remembering to do that. Severin, what do you do?
Well, opportunity action, should anything run through the door. But if not, we'll be preparing an adrenal strength, which he may break if something comes through the door, but otherwise he'll concentrate and summon up his bestest strength for the next round.
Bestest, cool. Well, funnily enough, something does come through the door. Something horrible.
Right.
This thing here, it's quite a lot taller than some of these other creatures that have come through previously, and it's wielding a colossal, massive, two-handed sword. And it's been staring Grey right in the eyes and is making straight for Grey with the intention of ending Grey. First up, I believe, opportunity action was Leif's, and then... So I would say this critter has the potential of getting an opportunity action from Leif first, then Severin, then Etienne. No, Leif, Severin, Askell has the opportunity to actually wish to, Etienne, and then finally Demos, in that order. Leif, you're up.
Oh, this is 80% attack.
Go for it. It's a flank attack. These things, by the way, don't appear to be too bright. You've kind of worked out. Go for it.
Brain.
I haven't tried engaging them in conversation yet. You're quite right.
Give me a roll, please.
That was 63.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to check, you've got his new sword bonus, which was 107.
Yep, I do. That's good. And it's a...
plus 10 because of his spell.
And plus 10. Cool. 0. That is a massive 30. No, it'll be more than 30. Just a second. One sec, Pete. Divided by... Need some light. Hope that light's not too... You guys can, of course, still see me, so I hope that light's not too bad. Weird to see what the GM's up to, huh? 1, 2, 3,
that's really
4,
cool.
5. Cool. Divided by 5 equals...
Now you got the camera, of course you need to wear clothes.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. That is a massive 36 in an E, Pete. And it might be... Oops. It might actually be more... Yeah, it's an E and an A. Roll the E.
Yay.
Roll the E, please. It's an E slash, however.
If it makes a difference, it's a magical sword.
Oh.
The E?
No, it doesn't, actually.
One off! 65.
65. Another 6 hits. You've smashed it. You've smashed it pretty hard. Again, I've said this several times. Had these things been flesh and bone, that would have absolutely incapacitated a living thing. This creature just keeps on going, and it is coming straight at Grey. It is planning to end Grey. That's the first crit, and then you've got an A as well. Roll again, please.
Oh, I've got 8.
An 8.
So at least that's run the right way.
Yep. Another. I'm going to just quickly say that's another 3 hits.
Cool. And can I get a phone number, please?
Just a sec. just to see. Yes, that is number 4.
Awesome. Thank you.
Crunch. Next up, I actually believe it was Askell is next. Yeah, Askell is next. Was it Askell or Grey who went first? I honestly can't remember.
Don't know. I will go. How much room is there? Because it looks really congested. Like, is it?
It is. Yeah, I mean, Etienne is standing in this strange kind of pit thing here, trough, whatever you want to call it. But there's still, that's 5 foot across there that Leif's in. That's another 5 foot. But there is a clear space here to the door. There's still 5, 10, 15 foot. And it's open. So that
Okay.
thing.
In that case, I'll move in to strike.
Okay. Only thing is, this thing is using a long weapon, and you're using a short weapon. So if you came in from the side, like Leif did, where its weapon is not out in front of it, you're not penalized by that. But if you're coming straight front on, so for example, Grey also using a short weapon, or Askell using a short weapon, you can't attack this round. You'll need to get close, because you recall the distance thing.
Yep. Okay. What I might do though, I might try to get close and then so just move this round with the aim of getting inside.
Okay. So so this is to get kind of basically put Askell in front of this thing, with the intention of kind of moving up to within striking range of his quite short cutlass versus this absolutely colossal, hideous sword. That's a all or nothing medium maneuver, and it's based on half your skill with your cutlass. Give me a roll, please. You either make it or you don't. You can still parry with the remaining half.
Oh, 4.
Oh, that's not good. Roll again, please.
$71.
That's not great. 71. So Askell, you're moving forward, and something, probably blood from Karios actually, is right under your boot, and you slip. You fall down. You're out of action for 2 rounds on the ground, and you take 3 hits. Ow! Crunch on the ground.
Damn hamstring.
Exactly. Askell, get it. Down for 2. Ow! It is. It's that hamstring playing up again. Next up, Grey. You've just seen Askell move in. He's collapsed in front of you. And this thing is still coming directly towards you. What do you do, Grey?
Okay, so he's already got his shield up.
And his axe out.
His axe out.
Hmm.
He's not, like, if he moved up a little bit, like kind of around. Oh god, I don't want to step on Axel. Whereabouts is this guy? The little big swinging creature that's in there.
Yeah.
He'd probably want to help kind of protect Axel a little bit, so he'd probably want to get, if he can, slightly go towards this shield up and maybe go for a swing.
Okay. Again, you're facing the same situation as Askell has, which is that you've got a short weapon, and this thing has got a very, very long weapon, so you can't attack it this round.
Maybe he'd just go up to where Askell is with his shield up to try and get ready to parry.
Cool. Okay.
When the guy gets there.
So full parry. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to make a maneuver roll, because there's blood on the ground from Karios. There's also Askell on the ground. It's an easy. I'm going to say it is an. No, I'm going to say it's a light roll. Basically, just no failures is probably the main thing.
Cool. 56.
56 is fine. So we're not going to move you on top of Askell, but you are now basically standing protectively with a shield up, defending Askell and ready to parry, full parry. Cool. Next in the thumping order was Demos. You've moved down. What do you do, Demos?
Can I take a stab?
Yeah. Now you're using a long weapon. You are unaffected by this thing's range because it's also and actually you wouldn't anyway because you're attacking from the side. So yep, give me a flank attack, please.
27.
27. 27. I'm just gonna give you a minor amount off because you moved. It's only a little bit. You just moved down a little bit from where you were. 111 with your spear. It's really interesting. 21. Crunch. My tables aren't working for some reason tonight, and I don't know why. Wham with your spear. On 123 was the result. 22 in a puncture. Unfortunately, it's a puncture injury, so unlikely it's going to do a lot, but give it a go. Give me a roll.
7.
7.
7, yep.
7. You do another 4 hits. Which was enough. This thing, with murder in its eyes, coming towards Grey, with a smash from Demos's trusty spear, demolishes it, and it collapses on the ground. Very, very dead, or very dead.
Woohoo!
Yet again.
Oh, Demos.
Definitely go Demos. And I think we definitely need a...
Very well done.
For Demos. Nice work! It goes down. And that is the end of that round. Unless anybody is doing anything else. The only other person that could is probably Severin, I think. Or Etienne.
Well, there's nothing else to hit. So Severin will do his adrenal strength this round.
Cool.
Next for the following round.
Cool.
And Etienne will prepare himself to strike whatever next comes through the door.
Done. Give me the adrenal strength. You roll this round or next round?
Can't remember. It's been so bloody long.
I think you need to prepare this round and then to do it next round.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I'll look it up in the meantime.
Cool. Excellent. That is the end of that round, guys. The GM was bought a beer by his lovely wife, and I have been looking forward to it all evening. I'm going to go out and get my beer. It'll take me a second or two. I'll be back in a tick, and then it's into round 2. Coming back in just a sec. You, of course, can still see me. How bizarre. See you in a sec.
Hi.
At least we can see him coming back. We'll go,
Yeah.
he's coming back.
Quick, let's make a plan while he's not listening.
I am listening.
Ah, boo. Damn goody
Nice try, Jada.
Alex, you got to put the BFs further away. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my fault, is it? Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
Scavenger hunt beer.
I could always hypnotize him.
Yes.
Go for it. Go, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
Try as you might.
All right. Next round, round 2, and the GM is going to have a sip of his. Look at this deliciousness, absolute deliciousness. Mother's milk. Thank you.
Can I just check what level that one was? 4?
Yes, it was.
Sorry, shit.
No, it was 4th level.
Oh.
All right. Next up is Neathanel. Neathanel. You've just been aided by Tanya, coming up to give you a hand with Karios. What are you doing?
Well, I'm getting, uniting Karios with Jada.
Mm-hmm.
So, completing that maneuver and then probably returning to the room.
Cool. All right. That even with the two of you, Karios is almost a dead weight. So yeah, it'll take up your round to drag her through. Etienne.
Right, opportunity action. He really just wants to. He's quite keen to just hit one of these damn things because you're pissing around with spells and they've gone nowhere. So yeah, he's ready to roll.
Cool. Askell, you're on the ground for another 1 round. So
Roger.
Yep. Out of commission. Karios, ditto. You're really not in a great way at the moment. Bleeding and just not happy. Jada, what do you do?
Has Karios been put right next to me?
Not yet. Not yet.
Because I thought I heard a loud ouch and then someone slipping on some blood. Did I hear that?
Well, Tanya did call out. I don't know whether you heard that.
Oh, I did. It was the acoustics in these stone rooms are incredible, and it sort of reverberated into the room.
She did it at just the right pitch too.
And then there was the slip on the blood, which was quite loud, a thud. And I was like, someone has slipped on Karios' blood.
Do you guys remember? Hang on, I wonder if I can find it. I'll just do a quick check. So, sorry, keep talking, Jada. I interrupted.
Do I have to roll to see if I did hear, or did everyone hear that? Ouch.
I'm pretty sure you're aware that you've got incoming. What I was just doing a quick search for was the theme music to MASH.
Yes.
Yep.
Very apt. Very apt.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're aware. You've just patched up one wounded warrior, and you're aware that someone else is on their way to you. What do you do?
I'm going to ask everyone: should I leave Tanya and go to Karios, or just fix Tanya properly?
Tanya has moved. So Tanya was, if you can see the map, Tanya was here, and she's now headed through to this room, and Tanya is now helping drag Karios.
Okay. All right, I better go there. I'll go into that room.
Okay, sure thing. Now, just a quick reminder, just to check, everybody has got headphones on, correct? Mm-hmm. Just doing a double check. Yep, cool.
Great.
Cool. Okay, so Jada, you... Sorry?
I don't have headphones on. They're not with me because I'm at another house.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I'm taking it I'm not going to be picked up.
I hope you're not going to be picked up. If you can just be super cautious, Mason, just to make sure that we don't get echo. So if you can be mindful just to mute yourself when you're not speaking.
Yeah.
Super. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, so Jada, you head through. You basically meet these three kind of in the doorway. You've seen that. So we'll move Nicholas over a little bit. Kind of dragged into the room is Neathanel, is dragging Karios, as is. Oh, hang on. I think the spell.
Yes, you're right.
The
If
spell.
Tanya moves,
Yeah.
she starts bleeding again.
Correct. Tanya, you're bleeding again.
But I do have a spell. It says it can work over 1 to 3 targets. Does that mean people?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it might not matter. I'll multitask.
So Tanya, you are now bleeding again, I'm afraid.
I missed that. Sorry, I'm not supposed to do anything. Okay.
Whoopsie. Doesn't matter. I can heal you both at the same time.
Thanks. I'll keep still.
Okay. So Jada, you've moved up. Do you do anything else? Like you've moved a matter of a few feet. Do you do anything else?
The cut repair 3, because that can be used on both of them.
Cool. You're casting
to
that.
repair bleeding wounds.
Excellent. You casting that now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Let's just go for it. No time to wait.
No
Do I
prep.
roll?
Go for it. Yeah, please.
Oh yes. Aha, 83.
Another 83. Nice one. So 83 minus 30. You're within 10 foot plus 10. Very happy to say, even with no preparation. Spell goes off and it's successful. What happens, please?
Okay, so lots of praying, laying of hands, sprinkling water, cauterizing, and then where am I needed next? Gosh, where am I? Where am I?
You're here.
I can see the cat. It's me.
Yep.
Okay, if you zoom out a bit, where are the bad guys coming from?
Yep. Sorry, can I just check what does the spell do?
Oh, Cut Repair 3 is repairing wounds that bleed for up to 3 hits a round total. Then it says, shall I read the whole thing? 3 1 hit round wounds, or 1 3 hit round wound, or 1 2 hit round, and 1 hit round wound can be healed, maybe spread over 1 to 3 targets. Oh, that means nothing to me. So what do you make of that?
Okay, so but it doesn't have anything about issues about moving, which means that Niathanal, you've now bled for another 2 rounds, but you're now ready to go again. Sorry, Tanya, beg my pardon.
Tanya. Phew.
Nice one. Yeah. What it says, it's Cut Repair 1. Cut Repair 1 allows casters to stop bleeding from 1 wound that bleeds at a rate of 1 hit per round. So that'll be Cut Repair 3. So 3 hits a round for 1 to 3 targets.
Right, but
so
there's
that's stop bleeding.
Cool, thank you. So it's only Tanya that was bleeding. Just to check, there's no penalty about how long Tanya needs to wait, or is that, in other words, if she starts moving or acting, the wound doesn't open again?
Doesn't say that.
In that case, we're good. Okay.
Yeah. I thought Karios was bleeding.
Karios, so she has taken a hit to the knee, and realistically, yes, she would definitely be bleeding, or there'll be some blood. But in game terms, with the critical, the actual written injury that she took, she's not taking hit points per round. So she's got a very bad injury, like her kneecap is not that anybody knows this, but is a real mess. But she's not actually taking hits per round. So hits per round is literally your blood is, you're bleeding. It's coming out of your body. So yes, there would have been some blood on the ground when Karios was stabbed, and she's probably bleeding a bit, but it's not like she's significantly bleeding. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jada. Next up is Leif.
Leif will do the same. Opportunity action, 80-20.
Cool. All right. Mithan, you've moved over here on the steps. What are you doing?
So looking at that cluster of people, is there anywhere for her to join in with a sword?
Not really. It's getting.
Not really.
We've got. If you use your imagination, we've got Severin here, Etienne here. We've got Grey standing protectively over Askel's form on the ground, and then you've got Demos here and Leif. So that square, that square, that square, that square, and that square is covered. If she had a long weapon, like a spear, perhaps, but not with her sword. No, it's too crowded.
Well, she's still got her bow,
Mm-hmm.
but she certainly wouldn't be able to get a shot in there, I don't think.
No, not a chance. It depends who you're wanting to hit. You can definitely hit your friends. Tempting.
She's done that before.
She has.
By mistake. She will... She will... Yep, move up. She will take... She'll drop her bow, where it is, for 0 action.
Mm-hmm.
She'll draw her broadsword,
Mm-hmm.
draw her shield, so that's 20% each,
Mm-hmm.
and she will move up and sort of hover to try and fill a gap. So not be in anyone's way, but if someone falls, about there-ish. Yep, perfect.
Yep.
So
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So she'll fill a gap if she needs to.
Gray. You see, there are 3 more of these things.
Yeah.
You're aware of this. Others aren't. You are standing very protectively over poor Askell, and these things are coming rushing at you, a la exactly the same as the last one did.
Okay. Is he able to kind of give Askell a helping hand to get up?
Yeah, or kind of move to one side. I mean, the critical was kind of down, but yeah, I guess if you want to sacrifice the entire rounds, you'd be...
maybe that's... I don't know if that's the best move. I think he just want to be ready, like opportunity action, kind of ready to parry and attack.
Cool.
If he can.
Done.
Yep.
Done.
Can he also... Sorry, can he also... Is there any chance that he can say 3 words, or is that...
Yep. Everybody gets 3 words free.
Awesome. Well, he would definitely scream 3 more coming.
Cool. Excellent. Can we have a an impersonation, please? Not to put you on the spot. I just put you on the spot.
Like, I don't know if I can go as deep as he'd be, but 3 more coming.
Hey, very good. Excellent. Fantastic. that good role playing is always richly rewarded. All right. Cool. Tanya, you're next. You've just you've run through, started bleeding again. You've helped collect poor Karios, who you obviously don't know very well, dragged you back through to Jada, and you're now not bleeding anymore. What do you do?
And I'm not in any danger of bleeding anymore.
Correct.
I'll go back in the room then.
Okay. Where does she go?
Well. Sorry, can we do an overhead type thing so I can just I think probably she will go up to the steps. She'll walk around the crowd of bodies and go up to the steps, at the top of the steps, and just keep an eye out down that way.
Cool.
With her bow, with an arrow notched.
Cool. Done. Nicholas.
Same as before, wanting to keep an eye on where the creatures are at, and then he'd want to attack one from here.
I'm going to say you've got to move.
Oh, sure. Yep. If he can move and attack, that'd be great. The whispering move and attack.
No. The whispering can move a short distance and attack, but these things have moved through here. Probably a bit far on this occasion, Pete.
Oh, yep. So he'll do a perception roll in this room.
This one here?
Yes, and then want to move through to the other room ready to attack next round.
Cool, done. Give me a perception roll, please.
19.
Boom. Boom. Actually, probably just for any viewers who are wondering what does masked mean. For anybody that's curious, masked just simply means the player doesn't know what the role actually is. So Nicholas just rolled a 19, but it could be something else entirely because he's looking. He doesn't actually. Oh, he's not aware. What's his perception roll, please?
33.
33. Thank you. Cool. Nothing else in here other than what I've already described before. This rather decrepit, sinister well here. A broken sword, some other detritus and rubbish. Piece of an old musical instrument, perhaps bits of wood. A crate over here. A candelabra that's come down. That's it.
Port and closed portcullis, right?
And the portcullis is closed. Yes.
Good to check. Yeah, and then with remaining action, like the whistling, to follow on where the other things are.
Cool. Into this room.
Yep. As much as it can, I suppose. It's probably dark.
Yeah, there's a bit of light coming from this torch, and there's a lantern coming from this. Yeah, but it is reasonable. Yeah, it's certainly dim, but he can see a bit. Yes.
Cool. He'll move as far as move the whistling as far as it can.
Right.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, this one here. Rushes forward. So far, whoops. This one here, armed with a hand axe, and it's getting very crowded there. With a hand axe and shield, rushes forward. Again, intending to murder Grey. I'm not going to spin him around, but that's where he is. I think only Leif has an opportunity action at the moment, other than Grey. Am I right? No one else has had the opportunity to... Yeah, I am right. Leif.
Etienne, I think.
And Etienne too. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Go for it.
Etienne first?
No, I think it was Leif first, wasn't it? Go for it, Leif.
Okay.
Yep.
22. Oh.
22.
Oh, that's Leif. It's a double.
It is a double. Thank you.
Even double.
An even double. Thank you. Oh. And that affects him.
Yeah, he's on even doubles. He's the only one who was on even doubles.
And also, that's a breakage check as well.
Oh, true.
Yes, it's both. So we'll resolve the attack first because the attack happens one way or the other. You get a flank, and you also get the +10 that you have.
Thank you. Yep.
Wallop is a pretty colossal 21 in a D. Roll the D, please.
38.
Another 3 hits.
Cool.
All right. So first and foremost,
Does Etienne get his...
No, hang on, just coming.
Oh.
Yep, no, we've got to resolve this. Okay, so this is a channeling resistance roll, Leif, to see if you go down, no, up, I think it is.
True.
Okay, and it's channeling. Give me a roll, please. And you, he's what level?
He is 7th.
7th.
Got plus 20 to channeling. Plus 10 to channeling.
Okay, give me a roll, please.
51 plus 10.
51 plus 10. Success. So you manage. So you feel this strange pull to the above, up to this terrible beauty that wants it's kind of always in your mind, as it is for the others, such as Demos and others, that is trying to pull them down, to pull Leif up, but you manage to kind of steel yourself and to just negate it, kind of put it out of your mind. You're okay. However, you roll a 22, which is a possible breakage roll. So, can you please roll, firstly, a D100 to see what objects are involved?
95.
95? So this involves either your weapon or I'm going to say the shield of this thing. So you have the potential of either smashing this thing's shield, because it is carrying a shield, or your axe may break.
Longsword. Sorry.
Longsword. Sorry, beg my pardon. And can we see? There's a 5% chance. So the object with the strongest breakage check rolls the breakage check, but there's a 5% chance that the weaker might. Let me just check. It's using a shield, normal shield, and you're using a longsword.
Cool. Magic longsword.
Yep, the magic longsword, which does help.
Cool.
So there is a so your weapon is actually stronger. So there is a 5% chance. There's always a 5, just dumb luck chance that the stronger weapon might break. Could you give me a 5% chance to see if it might be your item rather than the shield that's involved?
70.
70, you're fine. So it's the shield. Yeah. Shield's fine. It was a good solid smash that you did on the shield. Kind of glanced off and then hit the creature as well. Neither the shield nor the sword breaks.
Cool. We did it. We did a roll for breakage.
We finally did. So it can go either way. It's most of the time, if there's a 50% chance, it is the attacker's weapon. But sometimes, like this occasion, it can involve the defender's either weapon, or in this case, the defender's either armor or shield. So it all depends. So that was Leif. Etienne, your strike, please. Now, you're using a broadsword, which is a medium weapon versus a short weapon. So it would have a disadvantage to attack you. You don't have any advantage or disadvantage. Go for it, please.
Apart from using my left hand, of course.
Yes. Negative 20.
So you got 86 natural roll, minus 20, but plus 117.
Just a second. It was an 86 for the roll.
Yep.
Cool. Minus 20.
Yep. And 117 on the sword.
Sure. Yeah, I mean it's a good enough shot. 86 is a good roll. Where are you facing? You're kind of facing front, really. Roll the critical, please.
57.
57. Whack it in its thigh. And yeah, really, really good, solid smash with your sword. And whoops.
What was the crit?
Just a second. And this thing goes down. It's an E, well and truly an E.
Oh, it was an E, was it? Just so I can record that, is what were the hits on it? Sorry.
Yeah. So, hang on a sec. It is phone number 3, and it was 4th level. It was 30. 35.
Build.
Yep.
35. Cool. Thanks.
Crunch gone down.
Good job.
I
Cool.
would say.
Hurrah.
And
Oh, that's so good.
yes,
Mm.
etc. Nice one.
Cool.
Bang. Demos.
I think there's nothing to really hit, is there? I think I'd just opportunity action,
Sure thing.
maybe.
Yep, sure thing. Cool. Done. Good call. Funny you should say that, because coming sprinting out of here is yet another of these things moving at pace. Whoops. Leif can't attack it. Etienne can't attack it. Demos, you can, but it's coming straight at Grey. It's wielding a horrible ball and chain. It's kind of swinging this ball and chain round, and it's just, for some reason, probably because Grey's standing right in front of them, it's coming straight for Grey and intends to put its ball and chain through Grey's head. Demos, you may act if you wish.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stab.
Stabby stab. Give me a roll,
Yeah.
please. It's a flank.
35.
35 on this guy. It's a flank. Doesn't have a shield. And that is a good hit, by a very good hit by Demos. Crunch. Crunch indeed. Let's get 16 just coming. 19 in a C. Fortunately, it's a puncture, which means it probably won't do much in the way of damage. But give me a roll.
$98.
98. Yeah, I'm really sorry. That would have been that totally would have been a slaying critical had this thing had a nervous system, because it doesn't sever its spine. Because it doesn't have a spine. You do it, I'm afraid, no more damage. That would normally have killed, I mean, a 98, that would have absolutely have floored any living thing. This thing, horribly, awfully Grey. You see Demos' spear go into it, and it should have gone down, and it didn't, and it's coming straight for you. Nice try, Demos.
Right. Is it like off balance or anything?
It's not, but it lashes out with its... now, have you had your action already?
No.
Okay,
It's
so...
kind of like opportunity, kind of action, parry, attack.
Correct. Sorry, but do you get to attack it first? In other words, have you been asked to act this round?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So it is going to wallop at you first.
No. Grey had been. This is the round when Grey was because Grey had the opportunity of letting Askell get up, but then decided.
Oh, that's right. And he just
yeah.
said he was just going to do opportunity action.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you get to act. You get to act before it does. What do you do?
Is it currently swinging? Because then I guess you'd want to parry and then go for the chop.
It's planning to hit you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he would try and parry the swing that it's doing, and then go for a wee chop.
Okay. Now it's using a relatively short range weapon. So are you. So you're equal. How much are you parrying? I guess is the question.
Should we do a 40-60?
40-60. Okay. So it's so you're letting it attack you first, and then attack. Okay. It swings. It just rolled a 1.
Oh, fantastic!
These creatures are having a shocking night. So it comes up to clobber you, and you see it kind of slip. Maybe it's on Karios' blood or something, but it just kind of starts kind of flailing its weapon around all over the place, and it definitely doesn't look like it's going to attack you this round.
Fantastic.
Greg,
he can't change his.
I'm really.
His percentages, can he?
I'm sorry. Really sorry. No.
No.
So you're still attacking?
Still attacking.
Give me a roll, please. And that was 60% attack?
40.
Yep.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, 60% attack. Oh, he's only done a 5.
Oh, what's a fumble for a hand axe?
We're all slipping on the blood today.
Yeah, we are. Hand axe. Fumble is... You just missed it. A 4 is the hand axe.
Professional.
Yes, definitely. Always. Even with a terrible roll like that, 104, you don't do it a crit, but you do hit it for 11 hit points.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Look at
that. Yeah, wallop, Gray. Nice one. Hit it hard. You guys are getting these characters are getting far too tough. So it's standing right there where it is. Gray, you're defensively protecting poor Askell on the ground. You've smacked it as it's kind of juggling its weapon, and yeah, you've hit it. You've hit it for 11 hits. Severin, you're next.
I'll clobber it.
You'll clobber it? Okay.
I've got the adrenal strength to resolve, though.
Yes. Cool.
Which says, plus 10 bonus on offensive bonus and doubles the amount of concussion points that delivers. At the end of the preparation round, the character rolls a 1d100, adds applicable bonuses from table 7.14, which I assume is the stat roll.
Yep.
Stat adjustment, and then adds his skill rank bonus.
Got it.
Roll of 101 to case success.
Cool. So you meant to have rolled it last round, but let's do it this round. Go for it.
Seven. That's not very impressive.
7.
His skill bonus is 68, and his strength bonus is 40.
No, the strength will be included in that skill.
Oh, okay. So what do we think the other table is? How do we resolve this?
Don't know.
Applicable bonus is from 7.14.
Yep. Sorry, not above 101. Doesn't work.
Right.
But you still get to act. What do you do?
Clobber.
Clobber. So you get a rear attack.
Okay.
Go for it.
72. That's better.
72. From behind. It is a rear.
Plus 147 break on the.
Yeah. Yep. Fair to say, it's a lot. It's wearing chainmail. It's a whopping 31 in at 2 E's, and I think you get an additional E critical on top of that.
Jesus.
That's 3 E's against it. Roll the first, and they are crushes as well, so these ones will count.
97. I might have done it.
Yeah. Just for good measure. And this thing in front of you, Grey, just disintegrates. Just falls to bits.
Ooh, happy days.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. It is very, very, very dead again. That's 3rd level.
Do I need a number for that? Or
Yep.
Not really.
Yep, the number is number 3.
Cool.
Unfortunately, Severin, as you're reaching out to attack it from behind, you are also struck from behind from this creature here.
How rude.
How rude, indeed. The sword, and it tries to end you from behind. So it's moved. You've kind of ducked. It's moved out into. There are so many creatures here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to position it, but yeah, let's say it's there. You can see him there. He's stood there. Severin's kind of reached, taken a step out and walloped this thing, and then this thing from behind, the other creature has attacked poor Severin. And it is a rear attack. Don't get your shield. So it does you 10 and a B crush, Severin.
Okay.
And just for fun, I can't believe this is the first critical I'm rolling tonight. Exclamation mark RD100. Here's the crit coming your way, Severin. Keep your fingers crossed. It's a B. 12.
Hey, that's a spirit.
12 B crush. Lancing blow. Another 3 hits.
Okay. Shame I can't take those other 2 E's and transfer them, huh?
Indeed. That is the end of the rounds. GM is going to go to the loo, have a chat, and I shall be back in a tick.
Good job.
Oof, that's been pretty lucky for Grey.
It's done a good job of like incentivizing them to come all the way through.
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see all the expression changes on Greg's face in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think this should be our tactic. Just stick Grey on the other side of the room. Just, with a big.
He is a big target, so.
A big. Yeah. Well, we'll maybe paint a roundel on his chest or something.
Some sort of pheromone scent or something on you.
I think he must. It must just be his natural bushman musk.
Sure, that's delightful.
Well, it attracts undead creatures, right?
Well, exactly. That need you saying more. You don't often see that in the small print of
Christian Dior. Do you?
Oh dear.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, if this is the last one, hopefully we can dispatch it. Then what do we want to do? Get Karios healed?
Yeah, probably.
would be ideal.
And then we
Explore
got
the
those
room.
we got those horrible nasties, haven't we?
You wouldn't
Do we want
mind.
to? Do we want to do? There are some items scattered about. Do we want to?
I reckon we do want to do that. Yeah. Check for traps from this in the next room as well.
Yeah.
The doorways especially.
GM's back.
Awesome.
All right. Rolling initiative. And we're off. Neathanel.
Oh, right. She's back in that room, isn't she? She'd like to leave that room, please. Again. Just pull in the next body. No, she'll leave and have a little skip. Oh, well, actually, now, did you say that Severin had stepped forward?
In my head, I had it that the that one is now well and truly gone. Severin stepped forward to kill the thing that was here.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of more leaned over. So Severin is kind of back where he was. So Severin is there. This creature is standing in the square here.
Okay.
Oops.
All right. Well, she'll go for a little merry skip around the side of the crowd, and yeah. I mean, you know, she'll go and join Tenya on the steps, looking out into the other room.
All right. All right. Done. Next up is Askell. You are now unstunned, able to operate.
Was it? Oh, thought I had another round. So I'm laying on the ground, so I need to
Kind of crawl out from under Grey's legs.
yeah, pretty much.
Actually, about the other round, yeah, I thought so too. But according to the system, no, you're done. It might have counted the rounds you went down. No matter what do you do.
Okay. I guess. Where's the other? So there's another one just there coming through the doorway.
Yep, on that square.
He also has a very large sword.
Broadsword. Yep.
Yep. Second time lucky.
So
Is he in the doorway?
No, he's come through. He's actually standing in. Whoops, no, in that square. There, like right in front of the door. To get to your feet is standing up from prone is a 50% action.
Okay, so he's standing up, and
Yep.
then I guess it'll be reassert my dignity, and I think it'll just be opportunity action.
Okay, sure thing. Askell, you're on your feet. Say you've probably moved out to one side because Grey is standing kind of protectively above you. Askell kind of gets up, dusts himself off, gets his cutlass ready. Jada, what do you do?
I'm going to take a look at that smashed cartilage knee.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just launch straight into fixing cartilage, or do I have to diagnostic?
I mean, you really need to have a look at. I mean, some injuries, like an arrow to the leg and it's bleeding, you can kind of see.
Yeah.
This probably would require a bit more investigation.
Okay, so how do I do that diagnostic thing again?
So
What do I need to do for that?
It's a skill. Just roll the dice as you normally would.
Oh, cool. Okay. And it's a
It's
14.
It's a 14. What's your diagnostic skill, please?
It says. Oh.
Oh.
Uh,
2 O's in a row.
do I just look over what the totals? Plus 76? Plus 76?
Which is pretty good.
Oh, that might. Yeah, I don't know if that's correct because I've just got an old sheet of paper, but that's what it says.
Okay.
I think we've updated it since then, maybe.
All right. It's plus 76. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. So there's pretty rubbish light in here. Jada's a human as well. There is a torch burning here. I
Plus 84 now.
just heard some echo coming through. So if whoever's not muted, if you could mute, please. 84 now. Okay. Thank you. That does actually make a difference. So yeah, I mean, the first thing is, looking at this poor woman. You don't know Karios well, of course, but you spent a little bit of time with her, and Karios's face is just kind of contorted in agony. She's clearly in a lot of pain. There's definitely a lot of damage to the kneecap, but you probably need to wait around 30 seconds, kind of, just mop up some of the blood around and have another look in about 30 seconds time, you think? That's it for Jada. It's a partial success. So it's definitely some pretty serious damage done to her knee, but you'll probably need to pause for a bit, kind of mop up some blood, look again in about 30 seconds in 3 rounds. All good?
Yes.
Alrighty. Etienne. Etienne, what do you do?
Well, plan A, attack.
Excellent. Give me a roll, please. You're using a broadsword / longsword. It's using the same. You each have weapons the same length. There's neither yeah, it's the same. Give me a roll, please.
50.
50. 50. That's interesting.
Isn't it?
It is. We'll roll that in a second.
I can't wait.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so minus on the thingy, unfortunately. Minus, was it 20?
I think it's 20, yep.
And then plus 117.
Branch. Still a very decent 30, and unfortunately a slash, so it's not going to do as much damage, but give me a roll.
Sorry, what crit was it?
30 and an E slash.
E slash, okay. 66.
66. Yeah, another 12 hits. And that was enough. And this thing goes down. Dead. Again. Very, very dead. That was killed. First level. And definitely some celebratory as it collapses. Now, can you please roll the 50?
Oh, God. 74. Is that good?
It doesn't work. Roll again, please.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Roll again.
No. 1.
Ah.
Is that better?
For... Yeah, actually, could you please, Etienne, join me in another channel?
Okay. Uh-oh. What have I done now? Is it the dreaded hand restoration demon from X dimension?
Sadly not. Just for a split second, you look through like a how to describe this? Like almost like a slither of light or energy kind of opens up, and you peer inside and see it's something horrendous and tentacled with multi eyes, and it is loathsome beyond all compare. And it has seen you. And it knows that you have seen it. And it wants you. And it is going to get you. And then suddenly that sliver of light disappears, and then Etienne's back in the room.
Right. Okay.
See you in the main channel.
All right.
The fire we've had.
Yeah, ideally.
Ideally not that one.
All right.
Is Etienne able to talk?
He's just had an attack. He's got 3 words.
Oh, 3 words. Jesus Christ. I saw something.
Okay. Excellent. I saw something. Karios, you're now... I mean, you're hardly better, but it's a couple of rounds have gone past, so you're at least slightly more able to operate. You're still at negative 90. Jada is kind of poking and prodding your knee. She's kind of looking with the, she's trying to get a decent look at it. Fair to say that you're kind of out of the no parry, so you're a little bit more compos mentis. Do you say or do anything?
Well, I'm a bit concerned that Victory has snuggled on up to Afsoon. Look, I know she's a cuddly kitty, but I mean, I need some comfort right now. And where's my cat? That's all I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
We've lost the stream, by the way.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, just saying we've lost the stream.
Thank you very much, Pete.
Sorry, Alex, didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Great, thank you. You've lost the stream. Yes, you have. Turn on camera. Here we go. You should have it again.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Excellent. Thanks, Pete. That's really, really handy. Please remind me when that happens. Thank you. The recording hasn't. No, it hasn't. But you guys have. Yes, that makes sense. Cool. Okay. So does she? So she's concerned about her kitty cat, snuggling up to someone else.
And I know it's probably not a big thing for other people, but and she's had no kisses from Demos, or like she's just not feeling herself.
She's just been stabbed in the knee.
Yeah, where's the support? I mean, thank you for healing and all of that business, but where's the emotional support?
Well, you got 2 people carrying you in and another one healing you. That's quite good support.
Yeah, but where are my kisses and where are my cat snuggles and?
No, I'll give. All right, Nathaniel kisses Karios.
I'm
With tongues.
so sorry. So sorry.
Steady. Family show, family video.
Family show.
Does she? I guess does Karios say anything? She probably can't do a lot.
I would probably call out, is Victory okay? And if she wants to come over and it's safe, great.
Okay.
Yeah. She's just feeling a bit, blah.
Okay. So, do you speak Thebronic?
Do I speak to Bronick? I do not speak to Bronick.
So you say, "Hey, is Victory okay?" And,
Where's my cat?
Yep, and Afsun just kind of stares blankly at you. He's got no idea what you're talking about.
Can I do like cat ears or meow meows? Kisses, meow meows.
You are in just to kind of, paraphrase here a little bit. You are in agony. You've just been stuck in the knee with a spear. So
I know, but obviously my first concern is not for myself.
Naturally.
It's for my Victory.
Okay, all right.
That is a very Karios thing. That's what she would be concerned.
Oh no,
Where
sure.
is
This is your character. You play it how you wish. But I mean, you're on the ground, kind of writhing in agony. Do you want to give me an acting roll? Like, give me a self discipline check. If you roll 101 plus, you've managed to kind of bite your way through the pain and make cat motions. Make a roll, add it on your self discipline bonus, and you're good.
Okay, so I've rolled 47.
Mm-hmm.
And self-discipline, where do I find that? Sorry?
Yep, so it'll be one of your stats, one of your statistics up near strength and...
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yep, I've got plus 13.
Plus 13.
So,
which
not
is,
great.
No, not above 101. So, yeah, Afsun just kind of looks puzzled at you as you firstly say something to her that she doesn't understand, and then you kind of make writhing motions. You think you're trying to make kind of, cat ears, but according, of course, you can still see me. See, the GM quite often does. You don't actually realize this, but does motions that you don't even see. Hopefully, you can see the cat ears. Can you go? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah, good. But Afsun has no idea what you're doing. Sorry, Karios.
Okay. But I got a kiss from the Ethanol, so that's nice.
She's in the other room. She might come and kiss you later on.
Gray's thinking of you.
And Demos, and hang on, Demos, Gray, and Etienne. Oh, we've got a little love triangle, but a love square.
Square.
Yeah. Okay.
They do make me blush.
Yeah, but which one the most, Karios? That's who you have to think about. Leif, you've just seen this creature get felled by Severin. What do you do?
He's going to do the same.
Etienne. Okay.
Opportunity action, and probably look to Grey and say any more.
Okay. Cool. Nicholas.
Nicholas does speak Thebronic. So he would like to do a perception roll with the Whispling in the other room.
Give me a roll.
But then he will have to decide what he wants to do next. But should we do the perception roll first?
Yes, please. Yep.
That's 44.
Plus
33.
Cool. 44, it's master, of course. Plus 33, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, so the Whispling is here. You can hopefully... it's a pretty much an empty room from what you can see. There's, apart from the skeleton lying on the ground, and over here, it's not actually on the map, but right here is like a stone box with a lid. Other than that, it appears to be a a pretty empty room. There are no other moving skeletons that you can see.
Cool. Great.
You know that, Nicholas. No one else knows that currently.
He's hopefully going to change that.
Mhm.
So that was a 50% or 30% action of the Wispling.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he will say to Ufsoon, she needs her cat. And if Ufsoon doesn't like, she's going to give it to Karios. Nicholas would take victory to Karios.
Nicholas!
Ufsoon immediately hears that and says, "Oh, of course, but is she okay? Can she handle the cat? She looks in a lot of pain."
I suppose Nicholas doesn't know Karios that well, but he'll just reiterate she wants the cat.
Okay.
And if she's hesitating, he'll go and take it from her.
Okay.
Take it.
No, Ufsoon doesn't at all. She looks down with clearly concern in her eyes at Karios, who's in a lot of pain, with Jada standing to one side, and hands the cat to Karios.
If Nicholas has got any actions left here, well, he'll save to this room.
Yep.
That's it for the skeletons, but if he's got actions left, he'd like to walk to the door and call that into the next room too.
30%, 10. Yeah, look, I'll give you that. And at this stage, we come out of combat. What I'll do is I'll go around everybody and just kind of ask them what they're doing in kind of the aftermath of that fight. Out of combat now. So let's start with Etienne.
Etienne.
Sorry. I ask you to then explain, and then I interrupt you. That's really bad form. I'm sorry, but if you could pan it over, say the next 10-15 minutes of roughly what you're planning on doing.
Separating, picking up all the skulls.
Yes.
Of the fallen skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's a good idea to chuck them in the pit?
I think it's a great idea. I think we should take the skulls off with an undead slaying blade.
Ah, good. Okay, even better.
Chuck them in the pit. And chuck all the bodies in the pit too.
Would they reassemble and make a non-human pyramid to get out them? I don't wonder if we just put the heads somewhere other than the bodies. Does it make a difference?
Sounds good. I just definitely think we should use a slaying undead weapon.
Yes, that's a really good idea. Okay, well, Nathanel's borrowing one of those, so she could use that. I think Severin's got a slaying dagger. Yeah, so it's all coming together. And would like to dismember all the skeletons and scatter them far and wide. I think skulls in the pit, and then all the rest of the bones randomly separated as far apart as we could possibly make them within the confines of where we are.
Okay, sure thing. Okay, great. That's Etienne making a start on that. Going up my list, Demos in the next, say, 15 or so minutes. What do you do, please?
I think he'd just probably start helping out. Probably just start helping out Etienne.
Okay, so helping with the remains, going through that activity, smashing them up, putting them elsewhere, etc., etc. Yep, cool. All right, great. What about Mithan?
Mithan will collect her bow. She will. I hope that we'll be having people investigating the skeletons room for traps and things. She doesn't really want to be the first one to do that, but she'll be happy to hold a light and to do that. To do some exploring in there. but also will offer to anyone, perhaps go and check on Karios, if anyone wants healing done. Wants hit points regained. So, is anyone feeling weak or however you put it?
Okay.
I mean, you've lost hit points.
Okay, we'll come back. So she's made that offer. She's made it known to everybody. We'll come back to anybody that wants to take her up on that. Sure.
Cool.
Nyathanel in the next 10, 15 or so minutes.
Nyathanel, along with perhaps Tanya, would want to carefully investigate the room that we've not been in, and do a thorough check for booby traps, secret doors, and other interesting things. So very carefully make their way in with some light source, check for pressure points, secret passages, all the usual.
Got it.
And then once they've scanned the whole room, turn their attentions to the stone slab.
To the what? Sorry.
You mentioned there was some sort of stone slab in there or something.
Oh, a stone box.
Box.
Yeah. Cool. All right. We'll do rolls, etc. After I've got a sense of who's doing what. So cool. Duly noted. We'll sort that out in a tick. Karios, you now have your cat in your arms. Afsun is kind of looking with pity in your direction. Jada is to one side, doing her very best to help you, you're assuming. Are you doing, what are your, other than kind of clenching your teeth in utter agony, is there anything else that you're doing next wee while?
No, I'll just be saying thank you and be open to any healing and just, nuzzling victory.
Cool. Leif.
Leif would definitely go and check on Eskel and Gray, and Tanya, but definitely go and check on Karios and make sure she's all right.
Yep.
And then would help with the chopping if needed, or would be available to help with anything. If not needed, he would want to be standing, looking out into the entryway room with the pillars to just be on guard.
Cool. Done. Eskel.
Askel's written be right back. So.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. That's helpful. Yep. Anything for Nicholas?
Nicholas would make the whistling available to anyone who would like it, but he would, and he'd sort of keep out of the way, I suppose, but he would want to go and keep it, have a wee look at the other portcullis room where the other ghouly creatures were. And I know that it's going to be probably too dark for him to see, but he'd like to at least sort of station it there, because it doesn't have a light on it anymore.
All right. So. Again, we'll resolve that in a tick.
Yep. Awesome.
Jada, I'm assuming healing. Anything else other than healing that Jada's wanting to do in the next 10, 15?
Oh, I speak Thebronic, so just maybe yell out thank you in Thebronic.
Cool. Okay.
And can I prepare things? Even though I haven't done my diagnostic, can I just assume and prepare something? Or?
Yeah. So kind of how it works is when it's a crisis situation like fight that's just ended, we go 10 second by 10 seconds around. Basically, when we're out of that, everybody kind of gets a turn, which can, frankly, sometimes in some cases, as I said, it's 10, 15 in this case. Sometimes it can be up to hours, depending on what characters are doing elsewhere. So absolutely, when we come back to you and I ask you to roll some dice, she'll be doing things like doing a diagnostics and in the same kind of turn, preparing spells and doing all that kind of stuff, kind of in one go.
Okay.
Yep. So the idea is that when it's a combat situation, we're breaking it down to the nearest second. When we're out of it, kind of everybody gets a turn to do stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Gray, what are you doing in the next wee while?
Well, he's probably just going to be gathering himself at first. He's seen his life flash before his eyes about 10 times. He saw Karios a couple of times. And I think he'd be quite happy to help smash their bones to pieces.
Yep.
So they'd probably do that. And just make sure that the people that were around him that got stabbed, or attacked, or fell down and slipped on blood were okay.
Yep.
And get to smashing.
Cool. Tanny, you've already described, and Severin, I think you've already described. So, let's go through. I think let's start with Jada's healing. So, Jada, you've had a bit of a look at Karios. You've paused for a few seconds. Give me another diagnostics roll, please.
Coming right up. And 47
Plus.
plus diagnostics. Oh, what did Anthony say? Was it 84 now?
Yes, that's right. He did.
Plus 84.
Yeah. So look, clearing that blood away from last time and having a proper look, you kind of do that thing of, I don't know if you can see the GM on screen, but basically where you kind of, look down and you go, oh. And then you look up at the patient and go, yes, that's good. Karios's kneecap is completely shattered. Like, it's not just damaged. Kind of feeling around it, and you kind of poke and prod at it, you can actually feel pieces of the cartilage of her kneecap under the skin, and it's and bone and stuff that's out of place. It hasn't just been kind of crunched. She doesn't have a kneecap anymore. It's completely and utterly screwed. And probably, why don't I'll leave you with that information, and I might go on to others, and you can do some checking and thinking about maybe what you want to do next. Let's go on to other roles. Let's grab both Neathanel and Tanya, and I'm popping them into this room. Obviously, they haven't just kind of waltzed on in. They've got adequate light source, and one of them is going rounds and thoroughly checking as they go. I'm going to ask for two. What are you principally looking for here initially? Either Neathanel or Tanya.
Well, I mean, booby traps, really. I mean,
okay, so
booby traps,
yep, cool.
or secret doors, or anything that's out of symmetry.
Detect traps or spot hidden? It's kind of the question.
Right, one each then.
Okay, give me a roll. Oh, give me two rolls.
70.
Hang on, and this is
17.
70 and 17. So 70. Yep. Who's this? Remember, it's masked. Who's this for, please?
Well, let's say Tanya.
And what's she doing?
Traps,
which is plus.
For her. $33.
Cool. So Tanya comes in. She's checking, absolutely as she goes, very cautiously. She kind of checks all of this area around here halfway through the room. She's got the other half for another roll. She is pretty convinced that there is nothing here and nothing's triggered when she's come in. Does she invite Neathanel to come in behind her?
Yes.
Okay. And the 17?
Yes. Was that she got 2 goes at it, did she?
This is.
Oh, that was for the other person. Okay, right.
Yes. So it's a reasonably large space, so it'll probably require 2 rolls for each of them. 17. Yep. And what's the kind of perception?
Okay.
Yep. Yep. So
if she's detecting traps, it's 46. If it's perception, it's 68.
68. Cool. So Neathanel kind of comes in behind Tanya, has a really good look around this room, and yeah, I mean, in terms of what's in here, there are pieces of smashed and charred bits of quite beautiful, what once probably was quite beautiful wooden furniture, and there's like shreds you can see of mouldering shreds of what were once probably quite beautiful tapestries, piled up in a couple of the corners. Other than the stone box, which is Just managed to do something really weird, which is over here. You haven't seen anything else. You certainly haven't detected, Nathaniel, anything secret or anything that you think is particularly peculiar. Can I have the second detect traps from Nathaniel, from Tanya, please?
They might swap round, actually.
Okay, go for it.
So Tanya's just general perception 94.
Sorry, this is the general perception 94.
Yep.
Cool.
Plus 6,
yep.
she gets.
Hang on, see. Yep. Plus 1.
68.
68.
Oh, sorry, wrong way around. 77.
Okay. Yeah, there's, according to Titania, there's the remains of a skeleton there. There's this stone box, but other than that, there's nothing else in this room.
Okay.
There's no areas that seem to move, or doors, or anything untoward. And checking for traps, please, from the other character.
10 plus 46.
10.
Yep. Plus 46.
Cool. Yeah, Nathaniel's had a look around. She doesn't see anything untoward.
Okay. So this stone hujima.
Yep.
What does it look like?
Just it'll be a stone box, probably about a foot long. Just literally a box made out of stone.
Does it have a lock as such, or is it just a?
No.
Okay. Has it got a lid on it?
Yes, it does.
Right. Who's feeling strong? Do they estimate they can move the lid?
Yeah. It's I mean, it's a very small. Yeah, it's small. Yep.
Okay. Well, Nathaniel has got a slaying blade, so she's going to draw that and stand back, and then Tanya's going to sort of come in from the side and slide the lid off and step back, also with a blade.
All right.
Drawn.
Okay. Yeah. You duly do so, and yeah, there's an object inside. It looks like this.
Ooh, don't not looking at that. All right. Well, they'll leave it alone. Is it moving?
Nope.
Just like
you want
some
it to?
sort of no, thanks. Some sort of tentacles. Oh, by the way, Etienne will mention what he saw to the others while they're doing this on skull detail.
What does he say?
Hello, everyone. I had a little flash there. You know, we're in this area where strange things occur, and while I was in combat, something opened up in front of my eyes, and I looked through, and there was this many tentacled thing with many eyes, and it looked like it wanted to do horrible things to me, and then the portal shut again. Just thought I'd let you know. Carry on.
Let's move back to... I don't think there are any other roles that we needed to do. Others are just kind of making themselves useful, smashing up skeletons, etc., etc., etc. I don't think there was anything else. So perhaps back to Jadar and the immediate... yeah. Any actions, Jadar, once you've learnt that Karios' knee is completely and utterly obliterated.
So I've found cartilage repair, and it should fix the whole knee or that whole joint, but the recovery time is 1 day.
Okay.
It does say joint repair, but it says broken but not shattered. So you were saying it's shattered, eh?
Completely.
Oh, so I'll use the cartilage repair.
Your kneecap is cartilage, correct? It's not bone?
I'm guessing that, yeah.
Let's ask the medic in the team, Alex.
Is it just the kneecap though, or the joint?
No, the actual kneecap is bone.
Ah.
Underneath is cartilage, and then there's a joint.
Oh, it's
There's
in that
a
case
heel
it's.
joint.
Thank you. In that case, it's bone. So the bone has been shattered.
Acid P1. So then I can use joint Oh, shattered. Right, hang on. No, can't use joint repair.
So it's
Major
It would have to be
repair?
a bone repair.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, fracture. It would heal some of it.
Yeah, major fracture repair. Except caster can also. Yeah. Compound fracture. Is it a compound fracture? Because yes, it's poking out, isn't it? No.
Well, a compound fracture is, say, if you broke your leg in one place.
Okay, so we'll do major fracture repair.
Yeah.
And I've prepared for that, haven't I? Did I?
Yes, plenty of time to prepare. Yes.
Okay, so I just roll.
What level is the spell?
This level it's only a 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's nothing above that would work.
On Bone Master.
Oh, wait, can I do a level 8? It says it's the same thing, but recovery is instantaneous.
Sure.
But it means it's I'm only a level 7.
In that case, do you have the PowerPoints? And that's the one thing I don't, as GM, keep track of.
Yes, Anthony.
What
do you need? What do you need? I might have it on these sheets.
PowerPoints?
Sorry, I am back.
You're back.
Yeah, I was checking it. So 7 PowerPoints. Didn't have track of how far you got to after the previous pre-Christmas session.
That was it.
But we had just rested, so.
Oh, true.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah. No, everybody entered this combat with full PowerPoints and full hits.
Oh yeah. No, she's going to use.
Oh, those
7
PowerPoints.
7 so far out of 32, I think it is.
Okay. So yes, you do have 8 PowerPoints that you can use. However, you are 7th level and this is 8th level. What does that mean? The idea is she's done the theory, but she's never really put into practice because it's just a bit advanced for her. So she can do it, but there's a risk. There's a 20%
risk.
There's a 20% chance that something bad happens. If she's prepared to take that risk of a 20% chance, go for it.
Do you want me to take the risk and just see if it can help you instantaneously, or shall I just do the level 4 and it takes a whole day to get better?
What's the risk?
Yeah, what's the risk?
Okay.
Am I going to give her blood poisoning or something?
No, it's
it'll be
risk.
to you.
Yeah, the risk tends correct.
Oh, to me.
The risk tends to be to the caster. So the absolute, because this is a non-attack spell, you'd have to roll a lot to do this. You'd have to probably roll like 395 plus in a row to get this, but you could potentially. Caster suffers a severe stroke and falls into a 3-month coma.
Oh, no thanks.
But that is a extremely unlikely. You'd have to roll a 95 followed by a 95 followed by a 95.
Oh, right.
To do that.
Okay. No, we'll give it a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So mark off 8. So mark off 8, and then cast first. We see if something bad happens. So 20 or under, 0, 1 to 20, and something bad happens, and then otherwise we resolve the spell normally. Go for it.
60.
60. You're fine. Roll the spell, please. What did you roll?
Are you 12? Are you GM second chance by any chance? That chance. Oh, no, I'm sure. Does it say 12 or is it 72?
No, it's 12.
It's 12.
The good news is, even though 12 is a low roll, because you had prepared which is plus 20. And if you wish to, you didn't say you were, but I'm assuming you would. If you touch your patient, it's another plus 30. Even with a poor result of a 12.
Oh, yes.
The spell successful. What happens, please?
Amazing. So, of course, I have my hands on her, healing hands, and praying. And before our very eyes, the wound just completely heals up. Everyone's like in awe. Everyone that can see in the dark. And and the cat's just licking up all the leftover blood, and it's happy endings.
Happy cat. Happy cat. There we go.
Thank you.
I would.
Oh, happy cat.
A very, very happy cat licking up the blood. I would
And the
say.
Very well done.
And to your peril, you go on an adventure without a healer. Nice work, Jada. Alright, so the GM's going to do a bit of narration, and then we're going to find out kind of what happens next. So, Victory ceases her purring. Karios, miraculously, Jada touches your leg, and then, as described, the shattered bone kind of, you almost feel it under your skin. It's quite an odd sensation. But suddenly you are able to stand. You're still a bit stiff and a bit sore, but you're able to operate. You're able to move, and that massive negative 90 that you had is now gone. The remainder of you have been using your time productively. You've been smashing up skeletons and scattering bones far and wide. You've popped all of the skulls 20 foot down in the pit. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Both Tanya and Niathanal have investigated this room to their satisfaction without finding any traps or any secret doors, etc. Have opened that stone box and found that object. And I'm not going to say as a party that you've convened with a slightly wobbly but actually able to walk Karios. What collectively do you do now? And maybe this is a time for a party chat.
Are we? There are some objects around that we probably could check out, right?
I reckon, and that skeleton. So there are objects from the well room and from the
So who's big chief tuner? Karios.
Kara. Does
Yeah,
Karios need some hits healed?
Sounding a bit distant there.
Yeah, I put my mic on. Sorry. So I'm no longer minus 90.
Mm-hmm.
But I was down for 3 rounds and 25. I'm down 25 hits.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh.
25 hits.
Cool. So Mithan's happy to heal her, or perhaps Jadar's got that really cool. What's it called? The one, because I mean we're always aware in this place that we don't want to be doing willy-nilly rolling. Each roll is a potential to roll a 50. So I reckon if Jadar's happy to do regeneration, then that means it's just gonna one hit a round. If Jadar's happy to do that for Karios, or Mithan can do hit healing if Jadar's worried about power points.
Hello, Jada, or anybody?
Yeah, happy to do that.
Awesome. It's just because if Mithan was doing it, she'd have to make several dice rolls, which is more chances of rolling a 50. So if Jada can just do one spell and it just does all the healing, then that'd be great. Thank you.
All right. Just to keep things moving, what happens, Jada?
So preparing for regeneration 1, I think.
Give me a go.
And a concussion, yeah. No. Okay, here we go. 4.
only fails on a 1 or a 2.
Oh.
So long as you've prepared, and so long as you're not overcasting, in other words, casting above your level as you just did, you only need to worry about a 1 or a 2. So a 4, while it's low,
Worked.
still successful. Karios, your negative 90 is now gone, and you're now on 41 hits. You feel great.
Thank you so much.
Nice one. Okay, what happens? Before we go on to checking items, just to make sure that everybody has a chance for some airtime, etc. Anything that either Gray's doing, or Askel's doing, or Demos is doing, please let me know. I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to tell me.
Grace just having a chat with Ningman. She's all good.
That's a good point. Actually, we haven't really described where your hawk has been this entire time. Where has your hawk been this entire time?
She's just been, out of range of any danger. just observing.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, she doesn't like being in enclosed dark spaces, so she's just kind of keeping out of the way.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Okay, cool. That's great. Anything for either Askel or Demos? Saying, doing, thinking, acting?
Not really from Askel. No, just probably wiping off his shins and what have you, and trying to act cool about it.
All right. Cool.
Etienne would like to kind of continue canoodling.
Okay. Okay, what does he do?
Just, continues his ongoing wooing operation.
Okay, describe what that means, please.
Oh, really? Well, a bit of light poetry. He's just, getting to know her a little bit more, shall we say.
Okay, give me a seduction roll.
Oh, 18.
You do get a pretty hefty bonus because she clearly enjoys Etienne's company. Yep.
Plus 73.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you approach her and you're quite surprised to see that her hand comes out and kind of touches your cheek. She says, are you wounded?
Etienne says something along the lines of, no, we, he says he's not, he's fine, and that he had banished, he'll, do it in verse, but he'll say something along the lines of, they feel no pain, they feel no light, their tongues are silent, their hearts are still, and he'll continue in that vein. That the abomination has now been trampled and burned. Something along those lines. Anyway, yes, he'll basically say that two were dispatched.
My brave,
the rest.
Brave knight. You and your companions certainly know how to wield these, and she just, she gestures down, sword that's now back in the sheath. Where are you from?
Lots of different places. He will regale her with tales of the continents that he's crossed and some of the things that he's seen, but he doesn't consider himself to have a home.
Okay. Well, you continue chatting with her. She's certainly, she's smiling a lot. She's clearly enjoying Etienne's company and attention. Definitely. Anything from Demos I should be aware of?
He's just chilling, mate. Just thanking God that his legs are still okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's various preparations going on. The two in here are checking the box. And all of a sudden there's just this... And this little short person appears here, and he's naked from the waist down, waving a tankard, and he's clearly very angry about something and yelling at you at the top of his voice. And he's kind of got the tankard, if you can see the GM on the screen, he's got the tankard up in almost like an aggressive pose as though he's about to wallop someone with it.
Demos, it's your mate.
Does anyone understand what he's saying?
And he's particularly, actually, in Demos's, no one's told me where characters are, so he's actually seen Demos, who was probably the last person he saw before he suddenly saw nothing, and he's clearly very angry towards Demos. And he's waving his tankard, and then he just says a word, and it's just, and then he spits on the ground.
What word?
Word.
Yeah.
Someone got those earbuds? Well, can we be bothered?
I can't be asked to be gone again in a minute, will he?
Yeah. Who's got the earbuds? I think we should.
All right. Severin will activate his earbuds and politely ask if they can be of service.
Give me a roll, please, for the earbuds.
$11. Mm-hmm.
Preparation, not a failure. Join me in the other channel, please.
Hello.
Hello. So what does he say?
We just says, good day to you, sir. He's going to be, he'll do a little charm, I think. Can you do a little charm?
Yeah, give me a roll.
46
plus
63.
Okay. Yeah, you know, the guy's half naked. Got blood coming down from his head where Demos whacked him and holding a tankard of empty ale. So he's not probably in the most convivial mood to have a chat, but, Severin does his best. What does he say?
Well, it just says, good day to you, sir. What troubles you? Can we be of assistance?
Who the fuck are you? Sorry, I've got to remember that. Yep. Who the fudge are you people? What's going on? Where am I? What is this place? I was with my mistress having a very pleasant drink, and all of a sudden I'm here, and then all of a sudden he says, and he points at Demos, this thug lamps me with that lump of wood. I've got a good mind to come up and sort him out. And he takes a step towards Demos.
Apologies, sir. We're in a very strange place. None of us are from here either. We're in similar situations to you. We've appeared in this place, and we're trying to get out of it. We're trying to get back to where we all came from, and it's very disorientating. And my friend may have been frightened. I can only apologise that he lashed out at you. He's probably a bit surprised that you
fractured my skull.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I must apologise on his behalf. And at that point, he turns to Demos and sort of says to Demos, in a different language, shakes his finger at him and says, "You've, apologise to this man."
Actually, let's pause it there for a second. Back to the main channel.
They were just more that when we were sort of exploring with the Whispling with a light on it, it sort of disturbed them, and they came sort of.
Okay. So Severin launches into conversation in the language that, of course, none of you understand, and this little person, this creature, seems to understand, and they have a conversation. The little person is clearly quite enraged, and he points again at Demos and raises his fist and actually takes a step towards Demos. And then Severin, you do what?
I sort of turn to. Obviously, you don't know what I'm saying, but I'm obviously placating the guy, and then I turn and sort of give Demos a sort of telling off, if you like.
Okay. Demos, any reaction from yourself?
I think he'd probably just look a little sheepish and just step back a little bit.
Okay. All right. Severin, join me in chat room 1 for the last for maybe the last time.
Oh, poor Dim.
I'll ask him.
Don't
I'll ask
you
him where
know
he's
who
from.
I am? Don't you have any idea who I am?
No idea. Where are you from, and who are you?
I am Bofo, the mayor of Longbottom.
Bofo, the mayor of Longbottom.
And
Well,
you pulled me out from a very, very pleasant afternoon with my mistress, Gilderflower, and now I'm here, and I'm bleeding, and I'm half naked, and I don't have any beer. I demand you rectify this. And I demand that oath is put under arrest, he says, pointing at Demos.
Right. Well, here's the thing. We're not from here either, and we have no idea how to get back to where we're from. And much as we'd like to be able to take you back to Longbottom, in fact, we'd love to go to Longbottom ourselves, quite frankly, it's not really within our power, so we're trying to find a way out of here ourselves. There isn't really any jurisdiction here to arrest anyone, I'm afraid. However, I can offer you a sincere apology.
What is here?
Well, we don't really know. It's a strange in-between place between different worlds.
What nonsense are you speaking?
Well,
he's an oaf, and you're a blithering idiot. Is there actually somebody useful to speak to here, please?
There were a couple of acid-speaking creatures. You could try speaking to them, but we've killed those already. There are some really fucking scary undead creatures you could try talking to through the... but I wouldn't recommend it, because they will probably...
This is ridiculous, he says, and turns on his heel and starts marching off this direction and down the corridor.
Severin says to Demos, I think your approach was probably the wiser one.
Back into the main game.
Pleasure.
So Severin and this little person is getting more and more heated, and finally the little guy points firstly at his empty beer tankard, then at Demos again. He really doesn't like Demos, and then at Severin, and just kind of in utter frustration kind of throws his hands down, turns on his heel and marches off. And you can see the fact he's just turned on the corridor and walked off down here.
Oh, God.
At which point, Severin turns to Demos and says, I think your approach was probably the wiser one.
I can't see the stream.
Sorry. Thank you, Pete, for the reminder. There we go. So yes, he's turned and walked off down the corner.
Oh, wish him well.
Well, best of luck. I did mention the undead creatures and acid-speaking spraying monsters, but he chose not to believe me.
Oh well.
Best of luck. As long as it doesn't trigger any portcullis movement.
What do you do?
Oh, no.
Or let him do his thing, shall we? We were going to attune some items, I think, and then I guess we'd probably need to come up with a plan as to how we're going to progress to the next lineup of undead nasties.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I suppose that octopus sphere crystal ball looks questionable, but if Karios is willing to do it, then...
Yeah, I don't know about that one. But anyway, some of the others. Is your whistling still doing its whistling thing?
I think it should be. It's got...
Did you send it down the well? I can't remember.
Yes, we did. Yeah, no, it was just a well.
Just a well. Okay,
definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, should we assemble all the items of interest, perhaps except for the ball full of tentacles. I guess Tenya and Nathan don't really like the look of that, but she'll bring it to the attention of the rest of the party so they can have a look at it, and otherwise bring the weapons and the bits and bobs, the candelabras and everything else we found lying around in these rooms.
So you do go into this room?
Well, we've already checked it out, right? We've already gone through that and checked for traps, correct?
You tell me. I don't think so. I think Tanya just... yes, you have. Yes, you have. Let's go with... Yep, you have. Yep.
Search the skeleton as well.
There's that door on the left. We never went through, so...
So into this room, it's the room through to where the skeletons were. There's the portcullis through here into this very sinister looking skull room. There is a door here, which you haven't been through. There is the well. There is the collection of kind of strange woodworking tools and a bit of a musical instruments. There was nothing in the box. You remember seeing nothing around the candelabra either.
Yeah, well, okay, so there's not actually much to look at then.
Not a lot, no. There's a broken sword in here. Certainly, without a doubt, the skeleton's weapons are clearly junk. There's nothing, they're rusted and chipped. More likely to give you tetanus than actually a cut.
So, other than a ball of tentacles, not much of interest.
Depends what you define as interesting. I mean, just in terms of what you've seen, certainly in this room, I'll show you again. In here, just coming. Take a second or two.
And you suggest moving the box, actually, the stone box, if there's anything else underneath it.
Okay. There isn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just 1 second. 10. Going. Yeah. So, in the room with the well on it, having a look around, there were these objects, along with the candelabra and the other things.
Oh yeah, the chess pieces. Flute and a sword. Okay. Well, should we check them out?
Yeah, maybe you can play the flute and it opens something or something.
Well, let's do an achievement first.
I'm going to just check. It's 10 o'clock. I'm happy to go for another half an hour. I'm also happy to call it there. What are people wanting to do?
I'd be keen to wind up. I've got a reasonably busy day tomorrow, but yeah.
Yeah. I need to go.
Okay. I'm going to call it and say we leave it there. So, kind of to end the session, we have the party assembled in a particular location. Shall I just say everybody's moved through somewhere? In here, Where do we want to kick off next time? In here?
That's
we probably don't want to make too much.
Maybe not next to the well.
Probably not too much. We probably don't want to make too much noise. Mind you, we've been fighting a battle, aren't we?
Mm.
Yeah, maybe that. Well, I don't really mind. What do you think?
But you could have someone in by the well room and some in the other.
Just don't want to fall down the well again.
Okay, Jim's going to make a call unless people do. I'm going to say these characters, whoever these characters are in here. Whoops. These characters happen to be in through here. Oops. Afsoon is decided to stay there, and Mithan's through here. No, Mithan's through here. Unless anybody has anything drastic, that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. Except for the fact, just as you're kind of assembled and you're getting into location, I'll move us soon later on. You. Oops. Hang on. There's this. And a squeal from what would sound like quite a small, short, hobbit-like person from somewhere inside the complex.
Oh well.
Like
He was warned. He was warned.
Inside.
Okay.
Yes, inside.
Somewhere inside the complex.
You think so? Yep.
Mm.
And
So was
then
he
more
narrow enough? Was he narrow enough to get through the bars, in our estimation?
No, he wasn't.
Oops.
Right.
Let's shut the doors.
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Cool. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There we go, guys.
Yep, it was great fun. Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Scary but fun.
Cheers.
Excellent. First game of the